That sounds really, promising.
A crash sounds promising. Oh yeah, it definitely does. Alright, let's roll. So, this is Easter egg. A lot of people have probably... I don't even know that. Most people know the Super Nintendo version. The Super Nintendo version is another grind-heavy game. In most parts, this is not grind-heavy. And I'll probably be taking some safety saves because... yeah, this is one of those games that can still... excuse me. I'm getting the hiccups now. It can still not play fair at times. But this is not a hard game to run. And thankfully the Genesis version it makes use of a glitch that will make it so we don't have to grind at all. You will see momentarily. It's about 3 minutes into the run we're going to see the glitch. I ran this against Drumboard at the East Marathon that was here recently, and I had a good lead and I lost at the end because I forgot to recharge my ring power. So yeah. So I was not prepared for this one, so I am a little rusty on my button configurations. Speaking of configurations, we're gonna change the. I said we're gonna change it to fast. All right. So I'm rusty. But compared to the last game I just played, this is a little more action-paced. We're going to go ahead and buy an amulet. I said we're going to buy an amulet, an omelet. We're going to buy something.
I like omelets.
Omelets. I'm making myself hungry again. So we need to buy that. And as far as the story goes in this game, something happens. We're pulled into it. And it's a great way to stay in shape. Something like that. I honestly don't even remember the story of this game all that much. It takes place after East Book 2, I'm sure, but... all I know is we're God mode pretty much for about the first half of the game. But because of the way this game is, I am going to take a safety save here. And there's not too many saves I'm going to be taking in this game, but right now this is still pretty dangerous, and I also need to set my equipment. I need to equip this and hope that I can get through here. Okay, one hit's fine. If I take another hit, I'm going to have to reload that save. Yep, it ate my input. So we're off to a great start already.
That's the spirit.
That is the spirit. That's why I made that save there, because I didn't want to have to waste another 3 minutes coming back here. And shoutouts to 8-Bit Dough. I'm actually using the Genesis 6-button mod kit that they provide. All I do is replace the board, and I've got a Bluetooth Genesis controller. Shoot, I just realized I forgot to equip it again. So, let's see, buttons work. So we're going to use this. I'm going to go do it once. It'll clear out the room and kill everything once, twice, and we're going to use the last one to level up with, and boom. And you'll see now we're godlike. And as long as I can make my drops. And I'm just going to punch everything now for a little while. So yeah, basically in this version of the game, if you level up at the same time a message is displayed, I think after using expending the charge of an item, the game doesn't know what to do. So it gives you max stats, and max money, and max ring power. So this is why the Genesis version is the superior version in my opinion. Alright, I want to avoid that chest at all costs. Although in some, that basically will lead you to get the shield ring. I don't get it in this run. Oh yeah, I like the music in this version better than the SNES version, that's for sure. He's gonna give us a key, I believe. I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I've played this. And we are seeing some great rust here coming out, because this is currently I've got the world record in it, and I don't foresee myself improving it any, because if it is, it's only going to be seconds. But this is a fun game to run, in my opinion. Yeah, Adol talks in it. That is for sure. So again, the reason we actually can kill stuff in this is the game actually, even though we don't see the sword on the screen, it actually thinks we're holding one. So the swing animation, if I hold the button, still comes out, and I can just do that. Alright, sounds good. Alright, so we're going to come on the first boss here. And we're going to make quick work of him. Well, you know, if he stays still. So unfortunately, he went into a bad spot. But that's quite alright. So we got the longsword, it's useless. We don't need it. It's a plot item for us at this point, because we actually can't go further unless we have a longsword. Yeah, so now we gotta backtrack all the way down here again. Nice one shot. Thank you. Yeah, the first half of this game, because of the glitches, actually... it's a lot of movement more than anything. You don't have to worry much about damage. Once you get to Valestein Castle, that's when the difficulty turns up dramatically. And the game, at that point, the game no longer becomes free. Or is no longer free at that point. Vocabularium, I'm trying. I'm never ever going to think about the SNES version. Yeah, don't think about the SNES version. I mean, I like the SNES version too, but the final boss in that is very difficult, that's for sure. The final boss here isn't bad, as long as you remember to actually recharge your ring before going to the final dungeon. I'm going to make a safety save up here before the next boss, because I have, on numerous occasions, lost runs because of... oh, I gotta save it up here. I have lost runs because I got too close to the boss, and he can one-shot you, which you think being this early in the game at that high level he wouldn't be, but he still can. So, just in case, I don't want to have to waste another 5 minutes doing that. Okay. That's fine. Recharging rings is overrated. Yeah, that's what I thought too, evidently, but I unfortunately didn't have enough during that race, so I'm not making that mistake again, I hope. If I go to the final dungeon before recharging ring, please someone tell me. Hey, Felly, how you doing? Alright, so we just mash through text here. And one thing about this game, as far as text goes, it's actually, if you mash through it, you actually could very well lose time. There's a set pattern on most text that that it waits until a certain amount of time has passed before you can actually push the button to advance it. Some text doesn't, but most of it does, so you have to get kind of a mashing pattern down. Alright, so we got that taken care of. And now we are going to do a little shopping, because, hey, we got all that money. We need to buy stuff, because we're capped. East 1 and 2 was a pain. I haven't played East 1 and 2 for a while. I got it for the Virtual Console on my Wii, but... we're going to go ahead and buy a sword, we're going to buy armor and shield. Granted, we're practically invincible at this point still. We still want to at least have some armor to reduce some of the damage we take, and we still will take damage. And you notice when a boss is finished, our health is restored fully, and it takes time to restore it fully, so the closer we are to max HP, the less time it's going to waste. So we get here, we go, and they tell us stuff that is relevant to plot. Once we hear that, we know we can go to the next dungeon. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and equip the banded gear and the broadsword. And hey, look, we have a shield and a sword now. We can see what we're doing. Yes, plot. You know, the thing that's not relevant to speedrunners, for the most part. But the game story is actually not bad. But I just don't remember it. This is actually the only East game I clearly remember. So we're gonna get some more sour pleases out. Stairs, please. Not just sour, please. Stairs, please. So, in the SNES version, this is the area around where you start grinding. I'm just going to say goodbye to the birds, and just keep going. What was that? Any differences between that and the SNES version? The glitch, the SNES version has a higher experience cap, so you have to gain more levels in order to reach max. And just the Genesis sound chip sounds so much better for this game. I mean, the soundtrack's nice anyway, but I like the way the sound chip works for this soundtrack. It's more edgy. Alright. A few more hits than I want, but it's alright. And normally I think there's a I think it's either the large shield down there or something. It doesn't really matter. I don't get it anyway. So now we got Brother Pierre and Chester Fried down there. I think his last name is Fried. I'm not sure. All I know is I'm making myself hungry again. Yeah, I know. I could use some food after we get our car back. Alright, so he's capturing us. He doesn't like us. He's throwing us into the lava pit. Not sure why, but we are evidently... he doesn't like us.
What's not to like?
Exactly. I got nice fiery red hair. I have a sword. What's not to like about me? I am MrStarbird, after all. I need to make that an emote. Just MrStarbird or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird all tarred and feathered.
Yeah. Female bird, all tarred and feathered. MrStarbird. All hail Tarbardia. Land of the free, home of the Whopper. Or something like that. One of my favorite scenes of the game's right here. It's just cool how it's done. The fire chase. And we're gonna see how many times I get rock blocked here. Sometimes you can get caught on a pixel of the rock, and I call it a rock block. It wastes a fraction of a second, but you get enough of them, it can burn time. Alright, so we're gonna fight the rock block stuff. So here's the fire Durgan. I'm gonna count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's 10. Oh, I didn't get a quick kill. I miscounted anyway. You can count to 10 of those fire waves coming up, and after 10, it'll pause a moment. He'll come up, and at that point, you can jump down, stab him, and get the quick kill on him. I didn't get it this time, but that's okay. He still started going left, so I was able to get that. So we got a statue, one of the many that needs to open and unseal the final boss. Now we got the reverse fire chase, which means we're gonna get hit. So you can kind of pattern it out so you don't get hit. I haven't played this game legit for a long time, so I'm not even sure how one can get out of here without taking a crap ton of damage. And Drum Boris did say recently that there is a place to get a herb, or in this game it's called a harb. Translation. Vocabularium. And I did not know that. So it's like, I'm not going to need anyone, I'm just going to buy one later.
Can I talk about some of the prizes we have?
You can talk about anything you want.
Fabulous. So for anyone who has been donating throughout the marathon, we do have prizes that you can win depending on your minimum donation amount, which have been ongoing throughout the entirety of the marathon. The main one is our grand prize, which for $50 cumulative, so it doesn't have to be in one donation, you can be entered into a draw for a SNES Classic, which was very kindly donated to us by Casual Geek Dave. Also, for varied amounts of donations, which are listed in our incentives document, which I'm just linking in chat, you can be entered in to win a Sadie's depowered gaming headset, a SNES Poodle skirt, a PS4 controller clutch, a SNES controller clutch, and 4 different pins or 3 pins and 1 shield donated to us directly by Take This, the charity we are supporting, and those can actually only be gotten, I believe, from their Kickstarter campaign. So they can really no longer be gotten, and they are very lovely pins. So definitely want to check that out, and keep donating because it will give you a chance to win some of these fabulous prizes.
I'm on pins and needles. That's exciting right there. Limited
Oh,
edition.
snap.
Everyone, dig into your wallets. I know mine's pretty deep, so I'll try digging for it. Alright, so we finally got out of the volcano. That was actually very good timing there. And we find Elena, how do I don't read this stuff anymore. Elena, whatever her name is. She is actually the brother of Chester Fried here, so her full name must be Elena Fried. I think. That makes sense? I have not had Chester Fried Chicken in a long time. You never had it? Wow, I think it's been like 20 years since I've had it. I feel old. Meh. Alright, so we kind of ducked into the corner because Chester Fried there thought that we were, in the volcano. However, we managed to escape. There's no lava that can hold us. That reminds me, I do gotta play Oath and Felghana at some point. I have it, I just haven't played it. That's the remake of this game. And from what I hear, it's really good, but I keep thinking of Chester Cheeto. I could have called him Chester Cheeto, too. Maybe it is. He's Chester Cheeto, and she is Elena Cheeto. Alright, so we got the Winged Durgan here. I don't even know what the real names are, but we're gonna come here. We're gonna duck for a second, come back up. It'll be a length for us to just... Wow, he did not want to cooperate. I should have stayed down a little bit longer. But by ducking at that spot, you can manipulate him to come further down. And if I had ducked a little bit longer, it would have been easier to get the quick kill. But if you just go for this, he's going to be too high up for you to reach. But if you duck in that little corner, he'll come down. And then you can just jump on that rock, down stab him, GG. So as you can see, the bosses here are really no issue at this point. It's not until we get to Valestine that it's gonna make a lot of issues. Yeah, that's what I hear, Guilty Gear, that the remake's a lot different. The music I hear is similar. Alright, so we're gonna go... We gotta go back to the mines now. And Dogi here is gonna say, oh, I'm gonna go see my master. He's in the mountains. Take care. Bye-bye now. Peace. Now we gotta go see the mayor. He's almost 1-to-1, just remix of the original. That's what I hear. Kill Mr. Cheeto. No, I'm sorry to tell you, Kella, we do not kill Mr. Cheeto here.
Why would you kill Mr. Cheeto?
Chester Cheeto.
That sounds rude.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds rude.
It does. Just killing anything sounds rude, unless you're killing time in a speed game. In order to kill time, I gotta kill stuff in this game. Alright, so we get the time ring from the mayor here. You can use it in a run, but why? And what it does is it slows down movement of the enemies around you. It won't work on most bosses. It'll work on the next boss coming up, but there's no point when you can just one-shot him anyway at this point. The only rings we're going to be using are the power ring, which we're going to get, and the protect ring. Actually, we may use the heal ring too, which we will get later as well. But we're coming back here, and we're coming to one of the more movement-heavy dungeons in the game. And there's a lot of spots where you can get stuck, as far as not being able to make jumps, or you just get caught up and you end up having to remake jumps. So a perfect escape is really beneficial. The SNES music in the game sounds like an old man struggling. That's a good comparison there, Bland. Yeah, I like the Genesis. This is some of the cases where Genesis ports do better with the sound. how to get max everything. That was the glitch at the beginning of the game. If you take the amulet, you go into the second screen of this dungeon. Use the amulet, walk back to the last screen, walk back in, use it again, come back out, go back in, use it one more time. You'll technically level up at the same time a text box will appear to confirm that your item is being used up. So at that point, the game doesn't know what to do. It's trying to do two things at once. So it says, okay, we're just going to underflow everything, and it's a great way of staying in shape. That's max everything. I got the crystal there. It's an optional item, but highly recommended. When you have it, it unlocks the ability to buy the serum, which will let you restore your ring power. It only restores 30 at a time, but, you know, it's... I haven't found a spot yet where I don't need it. It's a good safety item, and you don't need that chest, by the way. It's a plot thing, but you don't need to get it. Not getting that could save you about a minute. Alright, so we got here, and we're actually close to the next boss. I'm going to make a safety save here in a moment anyway. I mean, I don't necessarily need to, but I'm glad I didn't hit load by accident. Unlocked plot armor, there we go. Alright, so this boss is a little bit annoying. Okay, that was fine. That orange ball that cycles around him, if it touches you, you get warped back to that little rock on to the left side of the screen. It's annoying, but if you get in that little spot right there where I'm standing right now, you can avoid it. And as long as you can stand there, tank a little bit of damage, which isn't much, and just swing away, he'll die. Annoying boss, not that difficult though. So now we got the escape, and this is actually quite a bit harder. We're going to start with a chasm jump, and there's a... Okay, that's the chasm jump. It's if you miss it, you just have to climb the stairs, which is a time waste, but it's a very tight jump. I'll put it that way. And that's one of the two problems with escaping this dungeon. So I got chasm jump, which, again, that's a hit or miss thing. So now we're basically going to have really tight cliff jumps here. And they can be called bonk rocks if you want. Then we got the frame perfect wall clip. There we go. Floor clip, I should say. It's literally frame perfect, and by frame perfect I mean you have 60 out of 60 frames in order to get it. Literally all you have to do is if you're stuck under something like that, you hit jump and you click through. So that is the frame perfect floor clip there. And that's like the only spot in the game where it's handy to use. So we got out of there, no problem. So we got one more dungeon before it starts getting dangerous. And where I'll probably start making a lot more safety saves. So we gotta go see the mayor again. I always wondered, shouldn't the mayor be a horse? Wouldn't that make sense? I know you're not.
Why would it make sense for the mayor to be a horse?
A mayor?
Oh, I got you.
Got me?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh, someone got it. I don't think Saria got it either.
Yeah, they just ignored it.
She's doing what she does best. You're getting her cracking up on here. Now she's like, I just ignored it.
That's beautiful.
The Manicus in this version, Galaban in the SNES version. Pupil. The Manicus. The pun is strong in me today, anyway. Yeah,
What?
you did.
I miss puns?
Something strong
This
in me,
is unheard of. This is because I decided to sleep instead of waking up when I was supposed to wake up.
Oh,
Oops.
sleep. Sleep sounds good. I tried to get to sleep last night, but I had the Chrono Trigger run that Keishira, I think it was Keishira that was doing it last night. I can never remember names these days, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure.
She did the Chrono Trigger run, yeah.
Actually, I need to, yeah. And so that kept me up a little bit. I think I fell asleep. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna buy some harb now. I said we're gonna buy some harb now. Thank you, game. The game defaults to no when you want to buy something. So we're gonna buy that, we're gonna buy the serum. I don't want to buy any more harb. I do want to buy another amulet, though. Game, stop going to no. Buy another omelet. That sounds good, too. Oh, you know what sounds good? Denny's.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe we should hit that after this.
we should.
Because our repair shop is right next to it.
I know.
We should. We did just get paid and now have to spend a lot of money on the car repair, but we should still splurge.
So,
Yes, we should go Denny's. Okay, our plans are set. After my run and after we get our car back, Denny's it is.
That's the spirit.
That is the spirit. We don't have a Denny's here anymore? Oh, I'm sorry. It's like one of the few things we have left. We don't even have an IHOP in Bangor. And that makes us sad. We have to go to Augusta for the nearest one.
we're not going to put one in.
They canceled it.
Something backed out or whatever.
Yes.
I was so mad.
I was too. High spirits is the spirit. That is true. Alright, so the enemies here, they're still not going to hurt, but we're at a point where we're not going to be able to one-shot them anymore. Well, for the most part. as I one-shot that one. But we are now going to see Dogi and his master. Good Chinese and pizza places. We do have some good Chinese and pizza places
Best
here.
Chinese place in all of the state of Maine is in Waterville.
Yeah, Waterville has a good Chinese restaurant. Alright, so he's going to give us the Bandit Slayer. It's our second best sword in the game. We're going to not equip it right now, but he's also going to be kind to heal us. Rest here a while. And again, this is the case where the more HP you have going in, the less it's going to take. Ha ha ha, Warmalar. Bangor, Maine is a real place? I thought it was a prop town made up by the Trailer Park Boys show. Evidently, we don't exist.
Apparently.
Yeah,
We are figments of your amalgamation.
We are pigments of your amalgamation. Yes.
I say pigments.
I said pigments. You know, it's in my vocabularium.
Vocabularium sucks.
Yeah, I know it does. Alright. So, we're gonna come up on the Harpy here pretty soon. So to make this battle quick, Bandit Slayer, and I'm gonna put the power ring on. Dead. If you blinked, you missed it. I only used 2 ring power, so that's good. She gives us the fire rod. Or flame staff. Fire rod, fire rod, fire rod, fire rod. And by the way, I'm also at my PB quota for the day, so unless I get really good RNG, I'm not PB in this game.
No, I think you have to PB this run too.
No. I've met my quota. I got a
No,
4
it's
minute.
expected.
No, of course it is. I'm going to disappoint a lot of people.
It's the rule. You get 1 PB, you gotta get 2, but it's okay if you don't get any PBs.
Yeah, okay. I know when I did the Fantasy Star-a-thon last year, I played all four at 100%. I got 3 PBs that day. Toss baby into the lake.
Who is it?
I think it's Dad, to be honest. So ignore it.
Hope Dad's not watching stream.
No, he's not. I'm just gonna let the music play.
It sounds awesome.
It's the lake theme from Mario Land 2.
That's magical.
I only got it because it's stuck in my head anytime Big John plays Mario Land 2.
Oh yeah, apparently you're gonna PB on Elf too.
Oh god, no, that ain't happening. You can check the number to see if it's the car place. Give me 1 moment, I'm gonna go silent for a moment.
Well, while we have a bit of silence, this is actually a great time for me to talk instead. How about I talk for a moment about the wonderful charity which we are raising money for. So we are raising money for Take This. And Take This is a wonderful charity which provides education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and co-workers can be better allies to those who are suffering. And we did raise our marathon goal twice so far during this, and we did so in order to we kept meeting our goals, but our current goal we set specifically because it represents the amount of funding one of the Take This as AFK rooms costs for one of their many annual conventions. And what their AFK rooms are is their quiet room, which are staffed by trained volunteers and staff for anyone who is feeling overwhelmed, who just needs some quiet, who needs, to get away or needs a bit of help. So it does take $10,000 to pay for the entirety of one of those rooms at a convention. So we are hoping to fund an entire AFK room with this marathon if we can do it. But today is our last day. So there are lots of incentives which are left for that. And let me read some of the upcoming ones. So we do have Super Smash Bros. Brawl coming up, where the fighter tag, so the name of your fighter is currently open. There are no names in there, so it wouldn't take very much for you to put in your favorite name or to continue the Bob domination of names. And after that, Hex, our Witch's Hex, will be running Jack Bros, which I'll be honest, I don't even know what that game is. But there is a bid war between Jax versus Pixie. There is the opportunity to unlock hard mode, and let's be real, we want to unlock hard mode, don't we? Make things harder. And there is a bid war between the color palette. Hex has stated and donated towards purple because it is the nicer color, but as she's a wonderful person, she has also given us some not so nice colors, so I couldn't tell you which of these are nice or not, but the other options are red, yellow, green, dark blue, cyan, and white.
Excellent, excellent. Sorry about that, everybody. Might be in and out here in a moment. So we're in Valentine Castle now, and as you can see, I've taken some damage. I've got to also be careful of those spikes. Those spikes will one-shot you, no matter what you're wearing. It's instant death. There's a couple pieces of armor we can get here, which I will pick up for the safety. And here is the shield. I'm not going to equip it yet. But we are also coming up on... I probably got about 30 minutes. Oh, crap. Alright, so... And yeah, those statues deal quite a bit of damage too, so... I'm going to make a save here. This is what some of us call Simon Belmont. Yep, okay. So... Yeah, this is when the game gets dangerous. So I'm going to waste a little bit of ring power here, and I'm going to use the heal ring a little bit to give myself a little bit more. It's a 1-to-1 ratio on healing, so that should be enough ring power for me for the remainder of the game. Actually, wait a second. Wow, I messed that one up entirely. Well then. Game caught on to me. Yeah, I just realized I didn't have the power ring equipped. And... yeah, it did not like me. So I'm going to just put the power ring on now. Another strat is to use shield ring if you got it, but... Alright, he's dead now. Unfortunately, I don't get ring power back, but... Unfortunately, what can I do? I should have still enough ring power to do me the rest of this level. Just as long as I don't forget to charge it. It's usually how East bosses go. It's typical. I usually don't have a problem with this boss too, but the last 2 times I've run this game, he's killed me. So, I usually have problems with the fire doge coming out, but... So...
Fire doge!
Fire doge. Oh, the spikes are up. So... oh, crap. I did not want that. So now we've got an item to advance, story plot, what at that point. Okay, don't... It's those heavy armored ones I gotta watch out for. When they start swinging, it hurts. And also, something I just realized too? I forgot to equip my new shield. That would probably have helped. It's alright, I'll equip it when I get the armor. But we do have some hype music here, so can't complain. Let's wait for the spikes to go down. And the item that Simon Belmont had for us will let us open that. And we're going to go down here. And again, this is optional here, but this is the other piece of armor. We get the battle armor. And we are going to need... Any extra defense is going to help, and I'm going to go ahead and equip it now, because else I'm going to forget again like I normally do. So many statues destroyed. Glass cannon percent engaged.
Don't forget. Don't forget.
I didn't. I got it. I got it. And I'm just going to play it safe, because you can... Those things still hit pretty hard. Whoa! Speaking of hitting hard, that almost ended me. Ended my games. I could have gone. Alright, so I'm going to save here. And we're going to hope for a good fire doge fight. Now this is a trolley boss in itself as well. Especially when... Wow. No. That's what I was afraid of. A trolley boss. Again, I got hit early and I didn't do any damage to him, so it didn't help.
Sad.
Yep. Any death in this is going to pretty much ruin a PB. That's basically what it's at right now.
The true truth is that Oh My Dog always wins.
This is true. Shoot. Yep, Fire Doge winning again. I'm 0-2 against him right now.
Why does Flame Dog always do this? And Final Fantasy IV as well. Like, don't be at it, Flame Dog.
Let's go ahead and use the heal ring again. I'm really running low on ring power, but that's alright. I still think I've got one boss left in this dungeon after this, so watch. I'm probably not even going to need the extra. Of course he doesn't do his fire breath right off the bat. Stop trolling me, Flame Doge. Look at that. I didn't even need to heal that time. This game. Flame Doggo is bad doggo.
Yeah. Every time. It's the way it works.
Yeah. But Flame Doge is down. I'm low on ring power, but there's only one boss left, and I think I got enough ring power for it. Actually, no, excuse me, there's 2 bosses left. If worse comes worse, I have my serum, which I can will restore 90. But I don't want to have to waste more money if I can help it. Unfortunately, I just shorted us on the best music in the game. I love the harpsichord. I always say it every time, too, but I love the harpsichord music in this scene. I don't know what it is. I've always loved the music. 55,000 gold. That's enough to get what I need. Alright. So the next boss is practically free, but I'm still going to make a safety save because practically isn't 100% guaranteed. And instead of using ring power, I probably could have used my heart because you do get a free one here, and after you fight this boss. But I gotta go back to the last room to save. If you hear that music, you can't save, so that's the downside. Or any of the boss music, you can't save. How is using money a bad thing? Well, there's an item called the necklace that will restore my health completely automatically if I die. And it's a safety item, and I need 50,000 for that. Plus I need enough to buy another harp if I need it, I need enough for ring power restore, I need enough, and if I have enough for serum afterwards, I'm great. I think I got enough. Actually, I'm pretty sure I do now, but again, if I don't have to buy it and waste time to buy another one, then all the better. Garland is pretty easy, yeah. In Final Fantasy, Garland's easy. In this one, he's a troll. And I could possibly lose some time to him too. But we are going to be coming up on the clock tower. And everyone, just say no to clock. The clock tower is The clock tower is the trolliest part of the game, in my opinion. The reason being is that it eats inputs, and there's a lot of tight jumps. So runs can be made or broken at the clock tower. But the clock tower also has two important items: the flame sword and the protect ring. Protect ring drains ring power very quickly, but we're immune to damage while we're wearing it. So, but the Bandit Slayer is not going to deal much damage now. But more hype music. And there's one jump called the lift jump that will, I very well could lose a lot of time on that as well. But these jumps are ridiculously tight. I'm making them look easy right now. I'm sweating bullets just trying to make them. Just because this level will eat your inputs. Okay, so I'm going to make another safety save here. Okay, that's the lift that we'll end up taking in order to get to the next bar. It's a very, very tight jump, and a lot of people will miss a lot. When I did my race, I actually got it first try. Okay, nope. So I'm going to wait for it to come back down. But it is a very, very tight jump, so I'm going to save here. And I'm going to wait for it to come back up. And if I mess up like that, I could just reset. And actually, I might just save on the uptick to save a little more time, because I know I'm going to mess up. No, that's the status. Thank you. Load screen. So this could take me a little bit. Oh, well, never mind. The second try. Clock tower, please. There is still one more clock tower jump that's a little annoying, but not as annoying as that, so... I'll try and save what energy I can. I'm not equipping the flame sword yet. Probably for a bad reason. But... Alright. Excuse me. Alright, now I'm going to equip the flame sword. Because he's going to come charging at us. No, not the power ring, the flame sword, thank you. And I'll activate this lift, and it'll take us to the final boss. Or not the final boss, excuse me, the final boss of this dungeon. What was that? Keys would help. Actually, let's save it a little closer here. So I don't have much ring power or health, but... So we're going to go in. I'm going to equip the harp just in case for safety reasons. And we're just going to kind of stand here and... Oh wow, he trolled me. He went way over there, but he's dead, so... We're safe. So we only got 2 bosses left. Don't let me forget to charge my ring power. Else I'm doomed. I cannot beat the game with 59 ring power left. That would not be fun. At least this game, after you complete a boss, it will remove the ring automatically. So we get the last... I think it's the last statue we need. Either way, we need statues, unlock the island, yada yada, defeat the great evil, like he always does. And of course, we have our love interest of the game, who's gonna... Yeah, I think she stepped on a very, very sensitive spot of the bridge. It is an old castle, after all. And she just disappeared into oblivion. What a sad way to go. Thank you, Chitin. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Alright, so we need to charge my ring, and I need to talk to the mayor one more time. Demon Rat, thank you as well for the reminder. I'm gonna go do it right now. I don't need serum, I don't need the harb.
I don't know, I hear rumors that you should charge your ring.
Ring is charged.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna buy the necklace as well. I'm pretty sure I got the amulet. Just gonna double check just in case. Yep, so I got everything I need. Is there any water in this game? That's a good question. I don't recall any. Oh wait, this is not the house I want to visit. This is the old lady's house. Go away, old lady. You've got your grandson back now. If that treasure I avoided in the first dungeon, if you pick it up and return it to her, she'll give you the shield ring. Again, shield ring is optional, but it will reduce damage, or the damage that you take. Oh, by the way, Shadows to Fire, G-Wall. Yeah, G-Wall. Or Jewal. Translations, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The Fire Jewel is supposed to be used to light up the next dungeon, but if you know the layout of the dungeon, it's actually a lot easier not to use it. Ah, there's your water, right there in the background. So, we're going to the final dungeon now. I've got my harp. I'm all set on harp, thank you very much.
If I can, let me just pop in and talk about a few more of our incentives.
Go
if we
right
can.
ahead.
Fabulous. So, listed out some of the more recently upcoming games we've got, but we do have two more other games, which they're our final kind of set of games for this marathon. For Kaizo Mario World, we do have an incentive to read all of the messages. So currently, there are no donations for that, but if we can get $75, then we will read all of the messages in there. Twitchmaster's provided that. And our finale, Final Fantasy VII PC, run by yours truly. We have naming incentives wide open. Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, Red 13, and Sid are all available to be named, and the only one who has anything in them is Barrett. Currently has $1 to be named as Ultros because true husband. And we do still need a little bit of money. Looks like about $43 in order to use Omnislash to kill Sephiroth. So if you're interested in any of those things, now's the time to donate. Otherwise, we're just going to punch Sephiroth, which is much faster, but not as cool. Like, no swag in just punching Sephiroth.
Yes, we want to see the Omni Slash.
Yeah, we do.
Alright, so I made it through there, thankfully, without taking damage. If you actually use the Fire Jewel, you can't see those monsters until they're actually in your light. But if you don't use it, then you can see them through the dark. So, as long as you know the layout of the dungeon, it's not a problem. So we got Garland again, if I could equip the ring. Thank you very much, game. And down. Okay, so that was good. So now we only got the final boss left. Actually, this isn't bad time right now. All things considered, if I can get sub 50, I'm happy. But with all the blips, that'll be. At some point, I'll get a 40. Actually, what is my time right now? I don't even know. I haven't checked it in quite some time. So I got 243 ring power, max health. I'm fine, and I got plenty of charges. I got the amulet. So, this is a much better situation than I was when I did the race. I'm still salty about that because I was just dumb. This is why I don't race that often. One, I never win a race. Two, I'm always so focused that on the race itself that I never actually think of the actual games. Like, oh, I should be doing this. Alright, so I'm gonna make one more save here. And we're at the final boss. Now the final boss has two phases basically, the arm phase and the middle phase. So first things first, he's going to come down. And we are going... Oh, not too far. We're going to go ahead and... Actually, first things first, I'm going to let him come down a little bit further before we put the ring. Alright. So we're going to go power ring strats first. 1, 2, 3. And... I think I got a backwards hit on him. I've got the necklace, so if I do die, it'll automatically restore my health. Alright, one side done. Oh. Okay, so both sides are done. Okay, that's not good. Alright, so I'll let that happen. So I took a little too much damage first thing, so it's going to be a little tricky. I want to try and get as many baby jumps here, but it is a little tricky. I'm going to use my harp now. I'm going to get a couple more slashes, and I'm going to go protect ring at that point. Alright, Alright, so protect ring, as long as he stays still, I can just do this. And dead. So, yeah, even if I didn't have the serum, I would have had enough ring power there. That's the final boss. It's not time yet. Can't, you got a hairball there, Pidgey? No, Pidgey got a hairball. Poor kitty.
Kitty, no!
Kitty, no! So that is... Yeah, that boss took me a long time to get down. He's a lot harder on the SNES version, if I remember correctly. But here, if you can get the hands, and what I was trying to do there was a double jump slash. There are a couple types of attacks you could do. One was a down stab, which any Zelda 2 fan knows what that is. That could deal quite a bit of damage itself. But for the hands, if you can jump and do two quick attacks, you can basically slash them twice, which ends up doing more damage than a down stab. And that's what I was also trying to do on the core as well, but the timing on it's very tight. But once you get the protect ring, you could just kind of nudge into his center and do a bunch of down stabs. If you time it right, each frame that your sword's in his core, it can deal damage. So that's the basic strategy. Pidgey, are you okay, girl? Yeah, she's fine. Alright. So, we are leaving town. We have done our job, as any mercenary would do. We're an all-around good guy. We are leaving town and leaving our love interest behind. We will never see her again, I'm sure. And at the same time, we will probably, the next time we have an adventure with Adol, he will probably have, he'll be at level 1 again, with none of his equipment that he got in this journey. And that's time. So
GG.
Thank you very much. 5234 is not even anywhere near my PB. My PB is 4748. 5234 is 1 second better than Drumboard, so I'm going to rub that in his face a little bit.
Wow.
I'm not. Called
out, Drumbo. Called out.
Yeah, he was the one I raced at the East Marathon, and he beat me, so I gotta have something, right?
That's beautiful.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
So that is Phantasy Star and East 3. I'm pretty sure I'm back on schedule now.
Yeah, just about, though. We can let the credits play.
Let the credits play. Good. I don't think anyone wants to see Alf anyway. And I don't want to hold up the marathon any more than I already have.
Oh my goodness, no! You've done good things for this marathon, both with both of your excellent runs, and with helping get our schedule a little more on track.
Good. I hope that helps anyway.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know about everyone else, but I certainly enjoyed both of these runs.
Thank you. I think at this point I'm going to need a CAT scan, just because I don't know what ails my brain to go through these long runs. Oh, thank God. It's like, yeah, 4 a.m. It's like, oh, it's early.
Yeah, I think you definitely will have earned any rest.
I hope so.
Any and all rest.
That and Denny's. Denny's sounds good. My wife just went to get the car now, so she was kind of. I think she was hoping that I would have been done with the run by the time they came to get her for the shuttle service, but I'm like, sorry. I'm sorry.
Next time.
I'm helping a charity. That's the rate, though, right?